Hey y'all, it's Hans. Welcome back. We've got another review for you today. This is a big review. We've got the brand new Pulsar Thermion 2 LRF XG50. This is I guess you want to say the remake of the original Pulsar Thermion XG50. We're going to talk about the differences between the new XG50, the Thermion 2, and the previous XG50 that came out a couple years ago. So we're going to talk about those differences. We're going to do the full review, specs, video. We're also going to talk about the difference between the XP50 and the XG50 because there's a lot of questions regarding that. But before we jump into the full review, if you are looking for a new optic, night vision or thermal, give us a call, 877-350-1818, outdoorlegacygear.com. You can call, you can speak with me. You can also speak with Jason Robertson, the owner of the company, and my co-host on the Late Night Vision Show podcast that we do on a weekly basis. If you haven't seen that show, hop over to YouTube, search The Late Night Vision Show. We've got 153 episodes right now where you can watch all reviews talking about night vision, hog and predator hunting, and anything in between. But again, big review today. Let's talk about the brand new Pulsar Thermion 2 LRF XG50. There are some differences between this and the original model. So let's talk about those right now. Then we'll get into the specs. So when the original Pulsar Thermion XG50 came out over a couple years ago, it was a big deal. It had a BAE thermal sensor in it. It had video and audio recording, which was the first optic on the market with a BAE sensor that had video and audio recording. It was a 3-power optic, which was a nice upgrade from the XP50, which was a 2-power base magnification optic. There were a lot of positives about it. Very popular, very good selling scope, and at the time, a fantastic scope. Over the time, though, I think that what we realized and what Pulsar realized is that they can actually get even more performance out of a new XG50 by switching from the BAE thermal sensor that they were using and going and using their Linred sensor. Now, the Linred sensor is something that they use in all of their optics right now. They're very familiar with it. They've been perfecting it for many, many years with the firmware and software that they load on it, and they get maximum performance out of it. So the big difference is between the original Thermion XG50 and the new one is they went from the BAE sensor back to the Linred sensor that they're very familiar with their other optics. So it does have a minus 40 millikelvin Linred thermal sensor in it. Also, it's going to have this has a laser rangefinder, which the previous XG50 did not have a laser rangefinder. This has a laser rangefinder on it. So that's a big difference. And the picture is better. The picture is actually better on the new XG50. Sorry, dropping that. Compared to the old one. So you're going to get maximum, better performance, better picture image, better features. Let's run down the specs right now. As I'm doing that, we'll be talking about we'll be showing some videos as well. And then we'll come back, talk about the likes and dislikes and the difference between that and the XP50. The specs on the XG50. It is a 640 by 480 thermal core resolution, 50 hertz refresh rate. It is a 12 micron. Now, this is a little bit different than some of their other optics. You know, Pulsar's known for using a 17 micron thermal core. This is a 12 micron. It's got the minus 40 NETD thermal sensor rating, so it's a minus 40 millikelvin rating. It's got an AMOLED display, 1024 by 768. It starts at 3 power and goes to 24 power magnification. It's got a detection range of 1,900 yards and an ID range of 4 to 600 yards. It does come equipped with a laser rangefinder. It's got dual focusing knobs for the objective lens. It's got an eyepiece diopter focus. The laser rangefinder, I say, is going to be accurate probably out to around 800 yards or so. Battery life on it, almost 10 hours. I think we tested it 9 hours and 45 minutes. The field of view, 46 feet at 100 yards. It weighs 34 ounces. And the operating temperature, minus 13 degrees to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. It also has a lot of different color palettes to choose from. Pulsar has the most of any that I know of as far as color palettes, reticle choices, reticle color options, picture-in-picture display. It does have an internal battery and a removable battery. You can purchase extra batteries if you want to have some in your pocket for later on in the night if you're hunting deep into the night. Just trying to run down all the other specs in my head that I didn't write down on paper. That's about it. All the other Pulsar functions and stuff that people are used to, the menus, the one-shot zero, all the features that people like about Pulsar, this definitely has it. Now let's walk around this, give you a chance to look at it real quick. Dual focus knobs for the eyepiece or for the objective lens. That's depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed, it's going to work either way. Very nice design, being able to focus that objective lens. It's got the power button right here on the back. The laser rangefinder button is right here, actually on the eyepiece, where you click to range an item. You can do single point ranging, or you can do a scan mode. So you can turn it on and leave it on the scan mode. A picture-in-picture box will pop up on the top. You can actually shoot at a target while you're ranging it at the same time with the picture-in-picture display up at the top of the screen. Obviously, it does record video and audio. Up at the top turret, that's where your removable battery goes. You've got your USB plug here on the side, so you can plug it into your computer, plug it into the wall to charge it, or to download videos off of it. It does have Wi-Fi, where you can use the Stream Vision 2 app to get videos off of the scope onto your phone, or use it in viewfinder mode. And you've got the menu button here on the side with the turret that turns to go and dial through the menu. 50 millimeter objective lens, plastic lens cap, eyepiece diopter focus. Pretty much everything that you're familiar with Pulsar, the Pulsar Thermions, it does have. I've got it mounted on the American Defense Manufacturing QD mount. It's a one-piece cantilever mount. It'll work on AR-style rifles or bolt-action rifles, and allows you to take it on and off the rifle without having to resight it in every time. Perfect mount. $199, the best $200 you'll ever spend. I promise you that. So the likes, well, let's talk about the differences between the XP50 and this. Very easy. The XP50, let's do comparable models. The XP50 LRF. So the big difference, the XP50 is a 2-to-16 power. This is a 3-to-12 power. This is probably going to be more popular for guys that are, their average shot's going to be over 100, over 150 yards. You're going to want the higher base magnification like the XG50. So that's the big difference, is the magnification level. The picture image compared to both, it's no secret. The XP50 is slightly more sharp of a picture image. I wouldn't say it's night and day difference, but the XP50 has a slightly sharper picture. But that, if you need more magnification, I would not choose the XP50 over this XG50. This still has great picture image, a 640 resolution, and you need to buy an optic that has the correct base magnification, not necessarily the optic that might have the sharpest picture image, because you'll really start to tell the difference as you take longer shots with that higher magnification level. So XP slightly sharper picture image, but the XG is a very good picture image, as you've seen with the videos, and very capable, very good for, I would say, coyote hunters, or small game hunters, or if you're hog hunting and your primary shots are over 100 yards, you're going to want something with at least 3 power base magnification. The likes and dislikes, that's the differences between the XP. Really, it's just magnification and slightly picture image, slightly better picture image on the XP. The likes and dislikes, I would say the likes, the improved picture image. This is a drastic improvement in picture image from the previous XG model that is now discontinued. Very big difference in picture quality, much improved. I love the fact that it has a laser rangefinder. The battery life is improved. It's almost double the battery life of the previous Thermion XG50. They've added some other features, like some colors for the reticles and stuff like that. Not a huge deal, maybe a couple color palettes or so. But the big deal is it's vastly improved picture image. They also, included the laser rangefinder with this XG model, and you're really going to like it if you're a longer range shooting person. You want a Pulsar optic. The dislikes, they're going to be the same as all the other Thermions, and we've talked about it very often, is the fact that it's got proprietary batteries. A lot of people are shy away from proprietary batteries, meaning that these are batteries that are made by Pulsar that you have to purchase from Pulsar. It does have an internal battery. It's warranted for 3 years, and it can be replaced at their factory in Texas. So I know a lot of you are concerned about internal batteries. and that the internal battery goes out and then the scope is trashed. That's not the case. You can send this scope back in. And again, it's warranted in 3 years. But if it starts, if the battery on the inside starts messing up after 3 years, you can definitely send it in, have the battery replaced. So proprietary batteries are a little bit of a negative. Obviously the size too, this is not a small optic, 34 ounces fully loaded. That concerns some people, but this style of scope, the tube style scope, is fantastic. I love it. It's actually my favorite. And the reason is because I like to shoot AR style rifles and bolt action rifles. I got a bolt action rifle right here you can't see on my right. I got an AR right here on my left, and I switch back and forth all the time. I love the tube style scope because it does give you the flexibility and the proper eye relief for really hunting on any type of setup that you want to put it on. So I really like it. The size really doesn't bother me, and it shouldn't bother you unless you're trying to really set up a very small, compact, lightweight rig. This is not something that you're going to want to take off the scope or off the rifle and scan with. It's definitely not designed to do that. Very difficult to do. But if you're looking for a good optic that's going to stay on the rifle and have the ability to switch it around to different platforms, this is the way to go. The new XG50 is fantastic. Very good buy. The price on it, I didn't even say the price in the specs, $59.99. It's the same price as the XP50 LRF Pro. It's $5,999. You can find it right now, outdoorlegacygear.com. If you have questions again about this or how it compares to any other optic on the market, we use them all, we test them all. I've hunted with them all. You can call us 877-350-1818. You can ask for me personally if you want to talk to me about it. Love to talk to you about this. And also, we got a lot of other reviews coming up on this channel. This is all the stuff that was announced at SHOT Show is starting to roll in. So we've got a lot of optics that we want to talk about. I got the brand new Duo laying around here somewhere. Oh, it's on this rifle. The brand new Pulsar Duo, the XP50. I have it. I'm testing it. I'm using it. We'll be doing a full review and showing a lot of videos. I know a lot of people are excited about that, so stay tuned for that review. Again, this has been the Pulsar Thermion 2 LRF XG50 full review with videos, likes and dislikes, specifications. If you have any questions, comment to the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing it. Share it with your hunting buddies that are interested in optic. And if you call, thank you for calling. Well, y'all stay tuned. We got more reviews, more hunts coming up right here on the HansETX YouTube channel. We will see y'all next time. Stay safe in the fields. Keep making the bacon pancakes.